So we've got the vegetables up and they're here. So we've done the vegetable challenge and now we're going to make the soup. So the first thing we need 40 grams. So rather than when weighing it, this is going to be roughly 40 grams, maybe not exactly. An egg is 50 grams. It's a bit smaller than an egg. You don't need to weigh it, otherwise we'll be all day. That's 41 grams. So that goes in the big pot. I'm going to put it on high. Front, right, on high. Then this is roughly 40 grams as well. A big, like a rounded one, not really heaped. That's roughly 40 grams. Let me see. That's 38 grams. That's going to be near enough, right? Then we put all our stuff in except our chives. So what I need to do, because you'll put your chives in by mistake, I'm going to put them to here, right? Because they're the garnish. All this can go in there, but not the garlic, because the garlic's for the garlic bread, right? So normally you would only have the macédoine, and the things like the julienne and the brunoise would be for salad. So these have to be nice and thin. As you can see, they're nice and thin. So this all goes in, right, on high. And what we're going to do, we're going to do it on high until it's like cooked, but we don't want it to go brown, otherwise the soup will look brown rather than like red. We're going to fry that, and it's called sweat it, so it doesn't get fry like caramelised onions, so we don't caramelise it. So you need to stir it now and again. And then we're going to add the flour. Then, and what do we make then? A roux, correct, R-O-U-X, a roux, a mixture of fat and flour. It's an actual blonde roux, believe it or not. And then we're going to put in some water. Water-wise, we're going to put in about 1.5 pints, which will be about 700 millilitres of water. Now, when we put it in, if it's too thick, we add more water. If it's a bit runny, we reduce it. We're going to simmer that for half an hour, 20 minutes, about half an hour, and then we're either going to strain it or we're going to whiz it with a hand blender, which is like a liquidizer. Now, you're meant to strain it, but we're going to probably hand blend it, otherwise you end up throwing the carrot and the onion away, which is a bit of a waste. But I'm going to let you choose on that. Then we're going to pour it in the bowl. Before that, we're going to put some sugar in it, if you like sugar, because that normally makes it taste better. And some people put a little bit of vinegar in there. And then we're also going to put a little twirl of cream in, which I'm going to show you later. Does everybody know what to do? And then once that's cooking, you're cleaning up at the same time, right? Oh, the bread. I need to show you the bread as well. So my bread now has doubled in size.
So can I take the lid off of the soup?
I'm going to put the lid on the soup, and I'm going to lower it down, because where that's on so high, now this is doubled in size. Now this is called knocking it back. Now I'm going to make two things here. We're making garlic bread, but I'm making it two different ways. So I'm going to make one here, which is going to be like a bit like an Italian garlic bread. I'm going to roll it out like a pizza.
You're making a focaccia?
Not similar. So for focaccia, that's got like rosemary on, and you dimple it with your thumb. Now I'm going to use this rolling pin in a minute. I'll drop that one on the floor. So I'm just going to roll this one round a bit like a pizza. Then I'm going to put some garlic butter on it, right? This one here, I'm not going to make garlic bread. We're just going to make a platter of this. So you're going to turn your ovens on in a minute, but we're going to let this double in size. We're okay, so we've got an hour and a half, so that's okay. So this one here, this is quite difficult. Hopefully you can see this. Can you see this in the thing?
No.
Yes or no?
No, I can't.
No, you do it so you can then?
I can't.
Okay, thanks. So then, once they're nice and round, we make it long. This one's not going to be garlic, but you can make it garlicky if you like by putting some of the garlic. I'm going to put the garlic on top of that one there. Right, we're going to make 3 long ones, and we're going to make a plat.
So you might want to stir that.
Say again?
That.
Oh no, it's okay. It takes a while to heat up. See, you are quite right though, thank you. So you can do the same things at the same time, right, and then clean up as well. But get this done while that's cooking. Don't burn it, but it will, you can leave it for 30 seconds. You don't have to stand there forever like you normally do. So now you do the outside one to the middle, outside one to the middle, outside one to the middle, outside one to the middle. Try and have it so it's all the way like this. So there are, yes, so you're going to make a little plat like so, because that's skillful. And you're going to make one of these. These ones here, we're going to make some garlic butter now. But this one here, I'm going to let double in size. So now this one goes on this tray with a piece of paper. Right? But it doesn't go straight in the oven. It's going to go in this area here, and I've just put the kettle on purpose, because we're going to put a little bit of boiling water in it. Now this is most important. Most important. when you put the boiling water in, don't carry the tray and put it in. Just lift the tray out a little bit, then you won't burn yourself. Lift the tray out, put it in there, yeah, and that'll make it nice and steamy. Not on, and that's in there for about half an hour for it to double in size. At least half an hour. So, Louis, can you put the timer on? 40 minutes actually. I'm going to put that on high, oven on high. And then this one here, garlic butter. Get about 20 grams of margarine. The garlic, oh, that's funny, I put all my chives in there. So the chives actually are meant for the soup, but you can put them in here anyway, because it normally has garlic and parsley actually. Now this one here doesn't have to double in size as well, but we don't want to dirty two trays. You can put this straight in the oven, but you might as well wait till the other one's done. So you can either leave it on the side or let it double in size, because this one, where it's very thin, you don't have to let it prove, right? So this is a garlic bread. This is like called Italian garlic bread, so it's like a bit like a garlic bread pizza. What I might do, I might save a tiny bit of this garlic here, and I might put this on the plate later, you know, when it's just before it goes in the oven or when it comes out the oven, so it tastes a bit like with butter on it. That would be best. Anybody got any questions? Yes.
Could you roll that up and then slice it? If you like?
Oh yeah, so you can do that with yours. So I want you to do, you can do that. You can roll it up and slice it and then let it double in size and they look like Chelsea buns or cinnamon buns. Yes.
Are you going to put the water in our oven for us?
No, I think you're quite well at that in year 10, but you have to be careful. So when you're walking round, put your hand here, and if somebody can't walk into you then. You see that? So look, say for instance you've got your back turned, turn your back, see, and you suddenly turn around, I'll be able to stop her. Do you see what I mean? So you can do that. Go. Get cracking. Oh, so in a minute, flour in here, once it's cooked, flour in here once it's cooked, then the stock, pint and a half or 700 millilitres. Go, turn it off. So now we're going to serve the soup up. So it should look the right consistency, right? If it's too thick, you have to add some liquid. If it's too thin, you have to reduce it. So there's two ways to do this. I've got a conical strainer somewhere. I had one and somebody's moved it. Or we're going to hand blend it. So I'm going to mainly hand blend it so we save wasting it. But the proper way really is to strain it, but then we waste all this stuff in here. So we strain it in this, it's called a conical strainer. Right, I'm going to whiz mine, but I'm just going to show you what else you can do. So you strain this and you would normally throw the carrot and onion away, but I'm going to whiz it, which is better for you, or you can strain it. But I reckon it's best whizzed in there, then you save wasting it. But I'm going to serve one of each up to show you. So this one is going to be just strained. Now you have to taste this, by the way, and I haven't put the sugar in yet because some of you weren't sure, so I need to lift this up, otherwise I wear it like I normally do. Now I haven't put any salt in it, but we have got one stock cube in it, that's okay just about. One ladle in here. Jenna, can you get me my thing of cream that I did earlier? You know it's in the bottle, I think it might be in the fridge next door. So up to there, don't get any on this. Oh, I've got it here, sorry, thank you. So as you can see that's done. But now I'm going to whiz it. You can whiz it in the same pot, you don't have to strain it, I'm just showing you two different ways. Now I'm going to whiz it. Now I always whiz it, but I'm not going to do it, and the ladle goes back in here, not on the side. Now, you probably, can you move the camera around for me, Louis, while I do this? So the chair I'm going to put on the floor, because it's in the way. This should be on a trivet, or a tea towel or something, so it doesn't burn the side. When you do this, where carrot and onion isn't bright red, you lose a little bit of the red colour. That's one disadvantage of this, but it will taste just as good, if not better. We can use this as good a stick blender, or we can use a food processor or a liquidizer. If I was in a restaurant now, where I've hand blended it, it would have cooled down a bit, but to stop you standing around, I'm not going to bother heating it back up. But what I am going to do, I'm going to do two bowls here. I'm going to have one bowl here. Who was saying about they weren't sure whether to put sugar in it or not. Who was that? Because watch, I'm going to put sugar in this one. Then, if you get 2 clean spoons, you can taste this one, then this one, and see which one you like. If you prefer the one with sugar, put sugar in it. If you prefer the one without sugar, then put sugar in. Most youngsters like sugar in it. Heinz tomato ketchup, which is famous, definitely put it in. Quite a bit of it. Now we do the cream. In a minute you can move the camera close in. We go around like so. And we're going to make a spider's web on all 3 of them. Can you move the camera in and hold it there? Then we get the back of the spoon and we do this here. Yeah. And then the ones that want to taste it, this one's not got sugar in, this one's got sugar in, right? So we're going to taste them. Make sure you wipe any sides off with a paper towel around here. Then we get the chives which we chopped up earlier and we put them in the middle without any bits of carrot, little bits of chive which are free because we just grow that downstairs, little bits of chive in there like that. Now my garlic bread, shall we see if it's done? My one garlic bread might be done. Oh, this one isn't quite done, the plat, but this one I reckon is nearly done. I don't want it too dry. That looks like, I'm not sure, I reckon that's just done because they go very dry where it's thin. That one needs another 2 minutes and that one's going to be served with it. Thank you. Turn it over, Louise. Thank you.